Hey guys, thanks for watching Ball So Hard, the series meant to analyze and explain HBO's Ballers, untangling all theories, conspiracies, and secrets. Sorry it's taken a little longer than usual to get these up. I've just been balling so hard. If you haven't already, I recommend you start with my first recap, otherwise you might be a little lost. So, episode 2, Enter the Temple. We start with Rock's plight. He's out of painkillers, his pharmacist won't give him the drugs, and neither will his doctor. Wait, never mind, she actually does wind up giving Rock drugs. It's interesting that every professional Rock visits on his journey to more drugs is a goddamn gorgeous woman, which brings us to one of the most commonly recurring themes of this season: women in the workplace. Legs is the vessel for that here. Rock's slam piece has confirmed that the mysterious Mitch, who we have yet to meet on screen, is making more than her for doing less work. Rock gives her some good, solid feminist advice, which has worked for every woman ever. Ask for equal pay. Of all the issues Ballers explores, I'm really excited to see Rock get all Lily Ledbetter. This is, of course, after lying to Legs about what he did last night. We'll get to that whisper later. So Leg goes and takes Rock's advice, but here's where things get really interesting. Legs' boss apparently hasn't been outside his office for 20 years and is having trouble acclimating to the outside world. Example 1, he blatantly stares at every woman's butt who walks by, and example 2, even has a strange vision of a woman without pants. Now, I've seen all the theories on Reddit regarding this strange woman, but my theory is that she is a figment of Jim's imagination. Hear me out. As we know, he's obsessed with the lower half of women's bodies. He calls legs legs. He stares at butts even in socially inappropriate moments. And suddenly, in the middle of a nice restaurant, a lady walks by without pants? Yeah, this guy is having visions, which brings me to Mitch. If Jim is losing it, it could mean that, yep, this Mitch character we've been hearing about probably doesn't exist. Sorry, Legs, you can't get equal pay with someone who's not even taking a salary. Still, it's just a theory, so I'll be curious to see how this plays out. Okay, on to the men. Sis comes to the office and mentions some so-called stock tips Rock emailed him. Readers of the book have wondered for a long time what these stock tips could be. Is this where 12/2 comes in? We don't know yet, but I think we have to trust that Levinson will give us some answers this season. I also have a feeling this is what The Rock was whispering to that slut. He wasn't pushing the boundaries of monogamy. He was doing what he does best: give stock tips. Okay, so Rock and Joe go to a tennis tournament to tell Andy Garcia, who was in Ocean's 11, that Sis is firing him. And when they get there, we find out that the fuel behind Rock's hatred for Andy is that Andy mismanaged his money. Yeah, that was pretty easy to see coming, but there were some fun theories out there I'm sad to see die, like the cornhole theory. R.I.P. cornhole theory, you will be long remembered. So on their way to fire Andy Garcia, Joe says about the female athletes he sees, I'd fuck her too. The question the writers are clearly asking here, subtly but surely, is if Joe would pay those women the same amount he'd pay male prostitutes. This is what I love about Ballers. Finally, Rock and Joe confront Andy Garcia, and they volley over whether it's Sis or the Sis. I'm really curious to see if Rock calling Sis will come back and haunt him in the end, or if it's just kind of a weird thing. Either way, Rock fires Andy Garcia, and we know it's war.
Kane is in the building.
Thanks for watching Ball So Hard. Share, comment, subscribe, and get at me, bros.